Alrighty then. Hello, hello, hello. What's going on, everyone? Happy August 17th of 2026. We are live and alive at the 915. My name is Richie David Marrufo. I'll be your MCN host. And yeah, this is brought to you by the Barbed Mic series here in El Paso, Texas. Um, we've been doing this online mic. You guys know the game of dance. If you're here for your first time, well, welcome for joining us. You found our little cozy corner of the internet, and if you're returning, well, of course, as always, welcome back. As I was mentioning, we've been doing this every single Monday since April of 2020. Somehow we've been able to keep this going. I love it. We have a lot of regulars. We have a lot of people who come through, and we have people who filter through back and forth. You know, we had a lot of familiar faces join us last Monday who we hadn't seen in quite some while. So it's kind of a nice place on a Monday where you don't even have to leave your house. You can just be on your couch, in your living room, in your bedroom, your home office, wherever you feel like your kitchen counter, wherever you feel comfortable, at home, and you can just join us and share some writing, some poetry, some prose, old stuff, new stuff, covers, and of course, if you're a musician, all the same, right? We welcome it all. Like I said, we're based out of El Paso, and even though this is online, we do have many events that you can check out that are weekly and monthly. So just a quick little recap of what we have going on this week here in the world of El Paso BWOMS in El Paso. Tuesday nights we're downtown El Paso. So tomorrow the 18th we are going to be at Brunette Lounge. That is the basement venue. So that is between Rosewood and Mona Bar. I kind of like it there. It's a little speakeasy, and I feel people go in there on purpose. And what I mean by that, sometimes you do an open mic at a bar and you just have people hanging out, getting a little loud and obnoxious. But when they go downstairs to Brunette, they are going for the open mic. So it's a little different than our other bar venues, and I do like it. So we are going to be back again this week. Really fun. 2 weeks ago, we featured the UNI out of New Mexico. Awesome indigenous hip hop group. We also had El Paso Hoofers in the house. We had our friend Riff Dance Arts coming out and doing her thing for a while, and she was recruiting students. And 2 weeks ago, she came with some students and they all got to dance and perform, and Lara played too as well. So it's always a fun time. That's Tuesday night. We're always there downtown on San Antonio Street on Tuesday nights. Sign up starts at 8 p.m. for that one. If you want to go early, I highly recommend you're there by 8 because people. This is one of those shows that the list fills up very quickly. I think we've been filling up the list around 14, 15 minutes in. So if that is hard for you, just shoot us a message and we will try and save you a spot. I'll always prioritize people who are there first, but when I have a chance, I'll sign people up. Just remind me. Show starts after 9. It's a late show. What's up, Ben? Welcome, welcome. Good to see you, Ben. What else do we have going on? Oh, Wednesday, we are supposed to be back at Crown of Crows for Storycraft. I have not received my flyer yet from Grizz, so I hope that's still going on. We've canceled the last few, but for various reasons. Thursday, we are supposed to have our call time. That's the theater one at Monteleone. Same thing. I'm waiting for a little bit of promo on that. So just have a little patience. But you can always check out our calendar at bwoms.com. We do have a calendar there. You can even subscribe. We have a Google Calendar that you can subscribe to. Otherwise, yeah, we will see you week in, week out. And of course, we're here every Monday. If you want to join us, you can join us live. And again, shout out if you are tuning in live. We're going to go ahead and get this thing started, though. So it is a platform. Performers, when you are up here, please remember to promote yourselves. Tell us about the shows you have going on, the online shows, everything you got going on. That way, so we can kind of be kept up to date. And of course, if you have, even though a lot of us probably already have it, promote your online presences so we can follow you. All right, we're gonna go ahead and kick things off. Finally, this is the part of the show where I talk the most, and we're just gonna get right into it. We're gonna kick it off with some poetry in Denver. As always, we have Michael Sindler to kick things off. Michael, when you're ready, different camera angle there. What up, man? When you're ready, go ahead and take it away.
Yeah, my camera's been doing all kinds of weird things lately. It is what it is. Um, yeah, before we get started, I want to do a couple of call outs. One is I would really love anybody who's watching this out there in YouTube land, and of course all the nice people in this room, to come to my open mic at ipublishyou.com. ipublishyou.com. So it's on Friday nights at 8:30 Pacific time. And it's really loose. It's really fun. Um, a lot of great people come. And I also just want to real quick put in a mention for lighthousewriters.com, which has just been like an angel's gift to me in this world. And I think it is just an incredible organization that no matter what you're writing, they've got something to help you out. Yes, I have a new piece of paper, Finn. Every 6 years. Um, so I just thought today, I was like just looking through old stuff, and I was looking through haikus, and I just thought I'd do a bunch of haiku. This one's wing words. Bird's wing formed from words, each fanning feather fills air with flights of fancy. Um, this one is called Voodoo. Some haiku hoodoo, 17 syllables of trance-filled poetry. Gee, it seems like I grabbed a bunch of them that actually deal with writing. This one doesn't. Ingenue. Hollywood triad. Pretty and funny and smart. Try not to get old. Um, this is cat video. Your cat video made me laugh so damn hard I knocked over my coffee. And I'll leave with this one. It's a bus stop phone call. Overheard phone call. There are no banks in Fairbanks. Who is he talking to? Okay, and now I should be putting on some extremely different hat. Actually, I have better hats for this, but I'm not going to do it. Now that you've heard my attempts at haiku, I'm going to read some by the master. Don't know who all the translators are. Sorry, folks, but these are all by Basho. Wake, butterfly. It's late. We've miles to go together. In the cicada's cry, no sign can foretell how soon it must die. The sea darkens, and a wild duck's call is faintly white. First winter rain, even the monkey seems to want a raincoat. I write, erase, rewrite, erase again, and then a poppy blooms. Okay, thank y'all.
Awesome. Thank you, Mike. And promos, you have your Friday night, Mike, still. Well, feel free to share anything in the chat. We'll forward it along. All right. So we'll continue. Again, if you guys are just getting here, this is our online mic. Welcome, welcome. We are going to keep this moving along, and we're going to go to our next performer. Again, the beautiful thing about being able to do this online is our first performer joined us from Denver. Our next performer is in Louisiana. It's also her second time here, which is always great. I'm not going to steal lines for Kit's line for that, but we have Alicia Lewis back on the mic on the stage, and when you're ready, the stage is yours. Hello.
Hello, thank y'all for having me. I've got three for y'all this evening. The first one is Immortal Specimen. They claimed death is curable. Arteries revived, bones rebuilt, nerves regenerated, organs replaced. I wanted to test this damnation. I fell to my demise, only to be reanimated after I hit the ground. I drank the poison, only to be resurrected with amputated despair. I refused nourishment, only to be force-fed mandated hydration. I experienced grafted visions and memories, none of which are mine. I have been stitched and restitched. Recollected identities bleed and twist into one another. I don't know what parts are real, what is constructed, what is natural. I am not repaired, but recycled. Immortality isn't a mercy, it's a sentence. The scariest part? They never cured the will to live, just the ability to die. This next one is new. I wrote it at Kit's Workshop Saturday. It's got wonderful workshop, best way to spend a Saturday afternoon. It's called Knotted Immaculate Vulgarity. Two truths sit at my table, passing salt and pepper back and forth. The circled line drawn with a linear curved blade is either mercy or judgment, the calm or the storm. My knot consists of two ropes pulling in opposite directions. The tighter the strain, the denser the center. It is in the peaceful violence of my poisoned palliative pen, where full ink meets the blank page. This is where my poetry happens, not in the spotless dirt of factual fantasy, but in the immaculate vulgarity of refused agreements. Last one is new, was written Saturday at the workshop Finn hosted. I punched it up some more. It is called Elemental Extraction. Sensory elements unspool from the collective hive in the ritual gathered stillness, so deliberate it is ordained. Carved from absence, a quiet truth rises from remnants of buried oaths. Secret messages flicker written by intense perspectives pressed into communal artifacts of inherited devotion. An unexpected harvest breeze humming unravels the ceremony of old sacrificial offerings. It is my elemental summons from the holy mythical gods. Extraction complete. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Alicia. And of course, if people want to follow and support your work online, how can they do that?
Instagram and Substack, Phil Crone 73. Thank you.
All right, lovely. Thank you. Perfect, perfect. Of course, you guys got a nice little preview there. Something we hear about all the time. But Tumble Words Generative Writing Workshop on Saturdays. Hit it up. If you guys have that writer's block or just want to like be around other writers, like Alicia said, a great way to spend a Saturday. Gotta say. All right. The other thing is, if you are watching on YouTube, there are a couple things you can do to help out our channel. So all these awesome people get pushed out to more viewers, more listeners, and that's just with interacting with the video. So if you can like the video, leave a comment, all these things, share the video. All of these things kind of give it a little boost, pushes it out there to more people. So that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you guys. And we're gonna go ahead and come to El Paso for our next performer. Frequent visitor to Tumblewords and to the online spaces. We have Ed Gonzalez Jedi up next, always rocking the cool shirts and caps. Ed, when you're ready, welcome back.
Hello, everyone. I'd like to begin pretty much the way I always begin, mentioning the BWOMS t-shirts. Have different colors. This is the burnt one. This is my favorite one. And I had a black one, but apparently my daughter took it and chopped off the sleeves and now she goes running with it. So I guess I'm gonna have to order another one. And one of those hats, like the kind that Richie's wearing right now. I need to go down there, Chronic Crows, and get me one or two. Okay. With that being said, a happy Monday. I too have a couple of the Tumble Words. This past one, but it was the great Carlos Espinosa, which was really awesome. It was a really awesome one. And I would say I would put it number one in a lot of the great tumble words. I'm looking forward to next Saturday and the Taco Bell version. And I think I will pre-order some chalupas before that for that event for next Saturday. And I'm gonna go ahead and begin. Let's see, did I have anything else? No. Okay. This one is entitled Food That Nourishes Us. Our fuel, something that would hit home with everyone. My current nopal crop always takes me back to Saturday mornings with my dad. We would cook, and we would climb the hills in northeast Los Angeles to cut nopal with our pocket knives and bring them down and clean them and cut them into strips to make salsa. And after that, we would set chicken to cook for enchiladas later. And while it was cooking, I would get a big glass of Kool-Aid, red, and he would get what he would call a short dog or a small can of burgie. And once the chicken was ready and cooled, we would assemble. And then while he assembled, I would clean and cut the remaining jalapenos and sprinkle cheese and set in the oven. And then I would make what my dad referred to as El Paso rice, which is rice cooked in a pot with tomato and it would end up being sort of a orange-red color. And both him and my mother were born in El Paso. So, and just to mess with him, I would tell him, hey, you know, Richard Ramirez, he also graduated from Jefferson High. And he would say, como chinga. And then he says, well, after he would comment about himself, well, after I graduated, things sure did take a step down at Jeff. And then we would laugh our asses off. But now I get to share all I've learned with my grandsons and with just what my mom would call the Texas way. All right, and I got another short one here, another short tumble words. Overlap of two conflicting ideas. Financial strangulation of areas with fear-based weaponry. And that seems to be the only quill in the conservative bag. Hiding behind hate, a theme that's being used around the world with Diaper Boy as its poster boy. This is the ultimate conflicting ideas to fight for our very existence while working two jobs just to live and remain whole is the basis of my writing and my way of living about self-care. Living and not merely surviving is my goal. Making time to heal while continually being whipped by this entity that's supposed to be for the people, all of them and us. Okay. And this one I dug up, something I was sort of reworded and submitted to Equinox, and hopefully they take it. This one's entitled Socorro Selva. It's sunup at the trailhead. The crisp morning breeze blows the sunlight tears through the branches of the trees that border the water. Dirt roads wind their way down till you see the lake. Large ducks float and cranes stand as they pluck small fish who are swimming by. The sheen from the water shimmers brightly and beautifully. As I continue to trudge my way onward, the dusty, crunchy trail, looking to avoid rattlers on the rocks. I stop for a drink and catch my breath and reflect on the nature of things. Just as the trailhead ends is man's attempt to rehab nature with burrowing owl habitats, which provides a backdrop to the hideous black border wall. A reminder of a blind nation that reiterates that somehow that we're different from those on the other side of the wall. We are not. We are all equal under the Creator's eyes. Okay. And that was the last. I got a couple of short covers. This one's entitled Dirge Without Music by Edna St. Vincent Millay. I am not resigned to shutting away of loving hearts in the hard ground. So it is, and so it will be. For it's been time out of my mind. Into the darkness they go. The wise and the lovely, crowned with lilies and laurels, they go. But I am not resigned. Lovers and thinkers, into the earth with you. Be one of the dull and indiscriminate dust, a fragment of what you felt, of what you knew, a formula, a phrase remains. But the best is lost. The answer is quick and keen. The honest look, the laughter, the love, they are gone. And they are gone to feed the roses. Elegant and curled is the blossom. Fragrant is the blossom. I know. I do not approve. More precious was the light in your eyes than all the roses in the world. Down, down, down into the darkness of the grave. Gently they go. Beautiful. The tender, the kind. Quietly they go. The intelligent, the witty, the brave. I know. But I do not approve, and I am not resigned. I think that's going to go ahead and do it. Thank you, everyone, for the time. If you want to see any more of my stuff, I'm probably going to put some more on Ed K. Gonzalez Jedi at Substack.com. And always remember, please make time for yourself every day, even if it's just a few cleansing breaths to center yourselves. Peace and love.
All right, thank you, Ed. Love it. Thanks as always for the pieces and for all the promos and all the love, all the reminders for reflection. I really need them. Anyway, shout out to Mac. Good to see you here on the live streaming chat. Welcome, welcome. And if you guys are all tuning in, this is our Monday night online mic. We're going to keep this going. We're going to go from El Paso to the Bay Area, or as our next performer wrote, the Yay area. And as always, she left a nice fact. So I'm gonna read it here. Did you know that the Brazilian tree hopper has a structure upon its thorax that looks like a bunch of teeny tiny goth disco balls? That sounds fun. I'm gonna have to look it up. But as always, one of our great hosts and supporter of the scene, always throwing together her own events. And I know there's a few coming up that you want to promote. We have Finn Bell next up on the mic. So Finn, when you are ready, the stage is yours. Good to see you. Hello.
Good to see you. Good to see you and be back. So yeah, there's two events. One's coming up on Wednesday. We have the amazing Kit Ren leading a remix of his Tumblr Words workshop. So he titled it The Grand Ballroom of Literature. So we're going to be, it's all there in the title. It's on the theory of Grand Ballroom of Literature. And then on Thursday is the second biannual Mayari Literature Showcase, and I have six amazing poets in that. So do come through. So 3 poems from me. One of them is an older one. The other one's a new one, and the other one will be the borrowed poem. So the older poem is titled Mother Fallow. Find all the scattered people in the wind, heed all the discordant, unheard voices. Here discarded, bones pray to rise to the surface. Flute of a mother's fractured hum, a melody pushed through marrow. It thrums, it sings. Beneath the thieved fallow, the blood-reddened soil, an oak tree has forgotten her kin's name, though they have written themselves on her constricted rings. She wanders aimless, planting herself beside a river, whispers to the childless doe how the swift current carries her milk nowhere, and how the ship's tattered sails dipped their ruined cloth into the waters and suckled her breasts dry. Greed steers its craft aground. When the babies go hungry, the babies will cease crying. The land's heart still beats a faint pit-pat beneath her. Fertile, fluttering crust guides the lungs of her tall grass to aerate, filling breath into brush rabbit movement as they flee the countryside. She runs, 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 her purpose stilled, no swift limb instinct or survival. She runs, 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 her life cycle enlightened, no swift limb, instinct, or existence. In her heaving flesh is the night, in the night, carnage, in carnage, dominion. Solemn gray wolf bays the golden oak moon down. Red-shouldered hawk loosens unforgiving sun from beneath her wings cape. In dominion is the daybreak, in the daybreak, decimation. In decimation, stillness. Heed all the discordant, unheard voices. Find all the scattered people in the wind. My newer poem, is titled We Awake, Sublime Meets Surreal. We awake in the serene and stillness. Equilibrium tames twilight with turquoise farewell. Light and dark entwine their essence and rapture, kiss the other's cheek and eyelids, then let go. Heaven poses her own geometry problem and gets all the angles right. We awake among the stratosphere to dawn's threshold, held in playful ransom. The generous curve in the ocean wait their turn to make waves, dressed in regal, coquettish casual, playing it cool and holding court. Sea goddess suspends her breath until the halftime show mediates kingdom-wide quarrels in the by and by. We awake between crepuscular and celestial, spanning its silver and gilt lining, promise of breakthrough. Horizon in swoon-inducing profile gathers the downy clouds to his chest, flashes a peekaboo ray, and hints at endless possibilities. Sunlight shows off, causes a lightning bolt of flashbulbs to fracture, pop, excites sunscreen paparazzo, and stirs up a media storm. And then finally, I wanted to share a poem from Richard Sickens. I do know some things. We recently discussed this in our book club yesterday, Sunday, with PGN. So the book is titled I Do Know Some Things, and the prose poem is Beet Soup. My grandmother slams her hand against the kitchen counter. The egg drips gold and glossy down the front of the cabinet drawers. She has come to live with us as she recovers from her stroke. Her speech is slurred and her movements are jerky. I wipe egg off the cabinet with a paper towel, but I am not tall enough to reach the counter. I put the egg away and we have cereal for breakfast. I pour the milk. After breakfast, she starts dinner, borscht, which seems like a bad choice. It is not a put a chicken in a pot kind of soup. We will need to do a lot of chopping, and we don't trust each other with the knives. I stand in a chair and chop the vegetables very carefully under her uneasy supervision. A beet is a serious thing. It sleeps in the ground while the apple trees thrash all night in the wind's red darkness. Sometimes we use turnips. In the old country, we used what they threw at us. They didn't throw anything at her. I don't buy it, but I like the sentiment, a pragmatic idealism that would come to inform my future meta-modernist sensibility. I asked her where the old country was. Some days it was Russia, other days it was Poland. The flags changed, the rest stayed the same. I put the vegetables in a bowl. I want to found a city, not reconstruct one. Houses so new there are no mice in the walls. It is a poverty of imagination, the fear of, of improvisation, the insistence on undamaged goods. I add the vegetables to the broth. She adds the pepper and the dill, and together we stir the bright built world. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Finn Bell, everyone. And of course, check out those upcoming events and workshops. I'll share your link tree. That way so people can kind of get that, especially those tuning in online. Again, if you guys are joining us just now, welcome, welcome. Great to have you. All right, we have a pretty good list, so we're going to keep this thing moving along, going from the West Coast to South Euclid, Ohio, where we have Doc Janning next up on the mic. So, Doc, when you are ready, the stage is yours. Hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello. This first one is untitled as yet. Drifting in thoughts, dreams of you, through memories, moments of you, in rhythms of life and love, across horizons of time, of night and day, holding, being held by you in the intimacy and warmth of Kutch, and I feel whole. Knowing I am bound to this place, though I belong to another. My body, my biochemistry tells the story in a language older than time. My mind here, my heart, my soul elsewhere. My language, my poetry, different. And my loneliness, saudade and Hirai, and the emptiness of knowing. This is titled Book of Kells. Someday the man I should have been will come to call on me across the lines of infinity, from the other side of time, saying now is nothing compared to what I've seen. Then I speak to him of knowing and of where I've been, outside the realms of time and space, to the place that's not a place. He looks at me in wonderment and asks me why I went. My answer is he knows the why. Just read our book of Kells, for we've been out there together in that special kind of hell. Together we've been there and back, leaving part of us behind, leaving part of us behind. And I don't have a hat handy, but this is a cover. Nick Giovanni's, from Nicky Giovanni's Love Poems. This is titled Swaziland. I am old and need to remember. You are young and need to learn. If I forget the words, will you remember the music? I hear a drum speaking of a stream. The path is crossing the stream. The stream is crossing the path. Which came first, the drums ask. The music is with the river. If we meet, does it matter that I took the step toward you? The words ask, are you fertile? The music says, let's dance. I am old and need to remember. You are young and want to learn. Let's dance together. Let's dance together. Let's dance together. Thank you.
All right, beautiful. And any plugs, promos before we move on?
Nothing tonight, thank you.
Alrighty then. Well, thanks for joining us as always, Doc, and great seeing you. Of course, you can find Doc. Just look up Doc Janning. You'll find them online through Facebook. All right. So if you guys missed the beginning of the show and you're tuning in now, definitely check out our website, BWOMS.com, for upcoming events. Again, we have weekly and monthly events. Every Tuesday, we're downtown. We have a couple events this week that are unique: Storycraft on Wednesday and Call Time on Thursday, which is our new theater-driven open mic night, which also has a workshop at the beginning. But let's go and keep going. That was just a quick commercial, quick plug. I need to try and do this more often. That way, so people who tune in at random times during the show maybe might have a better chance to hear these plugs. All right, so with that said, let's go and keep going. We're going to go ahead and go from Ohio to Greenfield, Massachusetts. We have some poetry / acapella as always. So without further ado, here is Storm joining us from the Zoomverse. All right, when you're ready, Storm, take it away.
Thank you. And I'm not going to put on a cover hat tonight, although I'm going to start with a cover poem. I lost an important person to my life this past week named Julia Burroughs. She was a folk singer, an activist, important member to the AA community, and even though we had been friends in my first time living in the Valley and I hadn't seen her for many years, when I needed it, she rescued me from homelessness and gave me a place to live. And I ended up becoming her renter and living there for a couple of years. So, Julia Burrow Presente. Starting with Remember by Christina Rossetti. Remember me when I am gone away, gone far away into the silent land, when you can no more hold me by the hand. Now I half turn to go, yet turning stay. Remember me when no more day by day you tell me of your future that you planned. Only remember me, you understand. It will be late to counsel then or pray. But if you should forget me for a while, and afterward remember, do not grieve. For if the darkness and corruption leave a vestige of the thoughts that I once had, better far you should forget and smile than that you remember and be sad. Hospice. When I go to my gentle end, let me go in a circle of friends. Let a loved one hold my hand so tight. Let kindly voices and tone go into the light. Let there be sorrow, let there be grief, yet let them be fleeting, let them be brief. Let there be crying, yet let there be cheer. Let my passing be swift, unbridled by fear. When I go to my gentle end, let me go in a circle of friends. Let me go in a circle of friends. World traveler, I hear a river running onward through my soul. Sitting on its bank, I see the waters roll. Sitting on its bank, I feel the sun upon my head, and know that all is living, that nothing's ever dead. I know I have a mission, a path to call my own. I know I am a traveler, and all the world's my home. Qualification of a scout. I have walked the shoals of madness and listened to the ocean's call within a siren's shell. I have stood upon the needle's point, and crossed the razor's edge. And though I hid a while inside most drunken bottles and smoke-caused dreams, I have emerged again to light, to breathe in pure air, to declare one can endure, to caution of the pitfalls of the journey, and God willing to guide you safely through. Sagic paradox. The more I learn, the more I realize how ignorant I am. Thus I become wise and come to know more than I dreamed I would ever understand. Medicine poem. Now I know why the old speak in whispers and riddles, so the young must listen and let the stories unfold within themselves. There are powers in all things and ways to obtain them. When the rocks talk and the winds sing, pay attention. These are your guides and your messengers. When you truly become the listener, you will discover silence and meet your friend inside. Along the way, you will gather spirit helpers, your medicine, your powers. You will lose your identity, your ignorance, your sense of a limited world, perhaps your mind forever. There are risks. As you grow, you will be rewoven, reborn. This is your only guarantee, your only chance of survival. Conditions. I seek poems, she said, which burst like bombs, exploding all mores, leaving the reader stunned and crying to be shown many other changes they can make. Don't give me poems of sunsets unless they too are on fire, inflamed by conditions of everyday life, or flickering ominously behind the lines. Every stranger might well become your friend. There's no way of knowing how far you'll travel with the stranger that you greet. No way of knowing how you will part, or when, or why you will meet. There's no way of knowing where they've come from, or what could happen then. So just remember, every stranger might well become your friend. In this world we live in, it's so easy to feel alone, with no letters in the mailbox, no callers on the phone. Just give me a few friends' hands to raise me when I fall. Just give me a few friends' hearts to answer when I call, and help me to be the same. So many of us are struggling just to stay alive, that often we fail to notice when the joys of life have died. Just give me a few friends' hands to raise me when I fall. Just give me a few friends' hearts to answer when I call, and help me to be the same. Yes, I know we've been battered, raped, and inwardly torn, that sometimes we curse the struggle and damn the day we were born. Just give me a few friends' hands to raise me when I fall. Just give me a few friends' hearts to answer when I call, and help me to be the same. I'm singing to say I love you, singing to say I care, saying let's get together, that together we can dare. Just give me a few friends' hands to raise me when I fall. Just give me a few friends' hearts to answer when I call, and help me to be the same, and help me to be the same. Julia Burrow Presente.
Thank you for that. Storm, condolences. Please tell us about your online stuff that we can check out.
Daily Antidote of Song. We're on 7 days a week, 365 days a year. I'm just a participant, but I'm also part of the community, which is incredible. And we've been going for 2,300, and I think it's 24 days, no, 25 days today. And People's Music Network for Songs of Freedom and Struggle. We do things online, and in the physical, there are groups starting to form in different parts of the country connected with us. There's one in Boston, one in New York, one in Washington, D.C. is sort of there, that are doing things in between the main events. And online, a number of women just did a program about remembering Hiroshima Day, which is on YouTube. Check us out, peoplesmusic.org. We are a member organization of 310 members or more, and have been going for 48 years.
Alrighty then.
Put more info in the chat and put things that can be posted on YouTube.
Awesome. Thank you, Storm. All right, we're going to keep this night moving along. We got some more poetry, and we're coming back to El Paso for this. We have our very own Robin Schofield, always rocking the cool clothes, the cool fits. But without further ado, Robin, the stage is yours. Happy Tuesday.
Thank you, Richie. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. I'm glad you're making time for this on a Monday night or whatever night it is in the future. And I had kind of a spurt of writing sonnets last week. And so I took all my other 14-line poems and made them into sonnets, kind of. The modern sonnet, sometimes it rhymes, sometimes it doesn't. I hope the rhyme is not too bad. Anyway, this is called Sonnet for Bosque del Apache, New Mexico. Winter dawn waiting already are the crowds for sandhill cranes to rise in the feathered clouds, flying legions of cream, gold, red, and gray, off to the cornfields near the highway the king's men no longer patrol. El Camino Real, the royal road. But Border Patrol agents in green Jeeps do, with binoculars in groups of 2. We aren't that far from Highway 25, but in the woods, there's a different side where a fox trots down the shady path after a good hunt, snow goose in her mouth, hunger kept at bay, splashed with mud, feathers like the dawn, streaked with blood. This is called Sonnet for the Rainy Sky. Lightning strobed the clouds strangely around the growing moon, but the rain was absent, estranged from the thunder, companions in nature torn asunder. Orange and turquoise signaled sunset last night, heavy scudding clouds that darkened the light, passed on to us from a yellow star, all the rainbow, a spectrum quite narrow. Toward the west, a language of light, like an Arabic script I can't follow, Rosetta Stone that retains its mystery. The stars don't wax or wane in their light. They trace faraway paths I can't follow. I can only marvel at their mystery. And this is called Chaos Sowing at the End of the World. 1. I scatter seeds, desert marigold, blanket flower, globe mallow, hooker's primrose, Greg's blue mist, even though I fear these days are the last. I scatter seeds and worry only bits, a remnant will survive this apocalypse. Tiny green bees, native to the desert, how they shine in the ending light. I scatter seeds and have hot drinks on the porch where I see hawks return, rufous hummingbirds depart. I divine the cabal of grackle and cat. The old mulberry tree dies of drought. I scatter seeds as heat rises and glaciers melt. 2. I scatter seeds where life is savage. You could ask the average jackrabbit, but she's too busy fleeing a coyote. Her world ends, and it's not pretty. I scatter seeds and think how some people want the rapture to come. I think how Marx and Christ each invoke the end times. I scatter seeds and wonder where they will end up in the dry river. I listen quietly to the flow, the hidden silvery minnows in an underground channel, alive. A remnant somehow survives. 3. I scatter seeds as air and ground become a tomb at winter station. The end and the beginning, creation and destruction circling around. I scatter seeds as late golden butterflies zero in on rosy bougainvillea bracts. Sunflower and cosmos before they die, patterns whirling like the galaxy. Their cosmos will end soon as the coming freeze when their one season ends. I scatter seeds ready for rebirth in the spring, but the world's forests are on fire, coming apart in a rapture of disaster. Okay. I think that's enough of that. And now I want to read my cover poem. Well, I could read one more sonnet, I guess. Yeah, I'll read one more sonnet. It's about summer solstice. My grandmother picked strawberries at dawn and served them with cream in blue fiesta ware. I was happy and calm under her care and helped Granddad plant blackberries by the moon. He told me to plant seeds by the new moon. He asked of the Bible, why does it say fear the Lord? He taught me joy to my core, how to bear sorrows caught in the monsoon that comes to my desert as a dust devil in the months that ought to be rainy. Now the old mulberry tree with bare boughs, the hummingbird with his beveled jewels. The dry wind sways and spills his feeder, rain far away, climate in a fever. Okay, so now I'm going to read a translation I did of a sonnet in Spanish. And it's kind of cool because I got a lot of the rhyme into a formal sonnet, not really the syllables. But it was, it really helped me understand the structure of the sonnet to attempt these translations. And this poem is by Miguel Hernandez, a Spanish poet. And he was a shepherd boy really loved nature. Franco killed him by putting him in prison where he contracted tuberculosis and wasted away. Died when he was not yet 32. Terribly tragic. You know, dictators used to hate poets, but I guess they were more literate back then. I guess we're lucky that ours is not very literate. So this is called You Threw Me a Lemon. You threw me a lemon. Oh, it was sour with a warm tropical hand. Oh, it was pure, not to mar the lemon's architecture. However, I tasted just how sour. Driven from sweet leisure by that yellow blow, my blood crested in an anxious fever, and I felt the bite of long pointed teeth in the cave of my breast, acute and slow. But looking at you and seeing the smile that lemonade's arrival produced in you, so alien to my ferocious despite, my blood slept in my shirt like a bird. My porous golden chest turned into a mountain peak of pain, dazzling and sharp. So those are some pretty cool sonnets. I'm not going to attempt to read it in Spanish, but you can get in touch with me on Instagram or on Facebook under my name. And I think on Instagram, what am I? Robinsco at 321. And keep track of me in El Paso. I go to a lot of open mics, especially Old Sheepdog. And I'm almost always at Tumble Words unless I have a gardening conflict. So anyway, that's it for me. Back to you, Richie.
Awesome. Thank you, Robin. And I just have to say, I love the phrase gardening conflict. There's still somewhat of a gentleness to it somehow. Okay. We are going to stick around in the area. We're going to go to Horizon City where we have our really great friend, Lara Lynette, who's going to share some songs. Again, you can also catch her often at the live events, and it's always awesome to hear her live. But the next best thing and is being right here on the online, and Lara gets to jump in and share a few songs. So Lara, when you're ready, go ahead and take it away. Hey.
Unmute. Oh, thank you for
There you
that
are.
link. Hi. Thanks, Richie. Thanks, everybody. So I'm just going to do a couple of songs that I wrote a few years ago. I wrote them around the same time frame, I think in 2024. And this one is about the ending of summer and the new moon. And it's called Stargazing. Yeah. Goes like this. The day is done, sunset. Night is a new moon. It's cooling off, not dark yet. It's gonna be a sky boom. Lounge chairs out and I'm leaning back. Time for some lazing. A deep breath in, I'm off the fast track. Time for some stargazing, stargazing, stargazing. Ooh, 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 ah. Ooh, 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 ah. Summer's coming to an end, and the night sky is glowing brightly. All those twinkling orbs do send my longing heart delighting. the sky boom. The lounge is out and I'm leaning back. It's time for some lazing. With a deep breath in, I'm off the fast track. Bring on the stargazing, stargazing, stargazing. Ooh, 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 autumn starts its faithful change. The dark, long night descent begins. I'm locked into a starry gaze. My wounded little spirit is on the mend. Oh, 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 the day is done, the sunset. Tonight is a new moon, cooling off, not quite dark yet. It's gonna be a sky boom. My lounge chair's out and I'm leaning back. Time for some lazing. With a deep breath in, I'm off the fast track. Bring on the stargazing, stargazing, stargazing. Ooh, 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 ooh. Stargazing, stargazing. Haven't played that one in a while. Stargazing. Thanks. Okay, so this is a love song of sorts. I wrote this one when I was over in England a few years ago, and it's called Some Kind of Way. Sorry, I'm a little tipsy because I've been drinking champagne this evening, celebrating. Woo! I don't do that very often, but it's August. Ow! Leo season. Yep. Stargazing was that one, and this is called Some Kind of Way. It's a tickle down to my toes. It's who sent that drink up there? It's a tickle down to my toes. It's in the fragrance of a blooming double rose. It wells up inside as a blush on my cheek surely shows. The only words I can muster to say, simply put, you make me feel some kind of way. Yeah, some kind of way. Oh, you make me feel some kind of way. It's the yeah, that's right. It's sorry, it's the dizzy from too much champagne. The childlike joy, running barefoot in the rain. How the shiver up the back of my neck clouds the function of my brain. The only words I can muster to say, simply put, you make me feel some kind supreme excitation. It's a glorious sensation. Loving you, you make me feel some kind of way. Yeah, some kind of way. It's the music swirling around in my head, glowing golden violet of our sunsets, the warmth that permeates every cell when nothing's left unsaid. The only words I can muster to say, simply put, you make me feel some kind of way. Yeah, some kind of way. Whoa, you make me feel some kind of way. Yeah, you make me feel some kind of way. You make me feel some kind of way. It's hard to describe, some kind of way. Some kind of way. Thank y'all. I'm gonna see you at Brunette tomorrow evening, Richie, and everybody that shows up downtown tomorrow. I will be sorry.
You don't have to be, but no, that's very. There's driving involved.
It's a long drive from here to there.
Exactly.
I'll be there.
All right, looking forward to
Hey,
it as
sure good to
always.
see y'all. Thank you so much.
Beautiful. I think everyone really enjoyed your set. It was a really fun one because I think you saw a lot of your comments and love, and that's fun. So yeah, shout out to Lara, shout out to everyone who has performed so far. Again, this is our Monday night online mic. If you ever want to join us, as soon as we're live, we do have a link in the description of our video where you can click that and sign up. And if you can't make it for this one, well, we aim to be here the following Monday and the Monday after that. So if you guys work enough courage or liquid courage, as we say, want to just come through, then come sign up. Come sign up. We would love to have you. All right, so we're going to stick around. We're gonna, in El Paso, we have, I mentioned that we've been doing this every single Monday since April of 2020. And, our next performer has been here since our very first show. And in fact, since then has helped a lot significantly behind the scenes, modding the YouTube chat, helping with the tech stuff here, to eventually hosting. And that led into hosting in real life in person for our shows at Old Cheap Dogs. So you see a lot of growth in these years, and it's really fun to see that. So without further ado, it's Monday, so it's Mr. Monday Night, Kit Wren. So Kit, go ahead and take it away.
That's right. Yeah, Richie, you're right. You do see a lot of growth. I feel like I'm a much more composed and better speaker and better performer. I can see that when I, for some misbegotten reason, go back and watch a year one thing just for funsies. I also noticed the gray hairs, which I'm not as big of a fan of. But you know what? If I'm going to get older, I deserve some marking of it. I deserve the respect that comes with it. So I make my peace with that however I can. So, few of mine, then the cover. Yeah. Well, let's test this one out. Let's see if this is anything, because I don't know. I'm more likely to avenge someone else than to defend myself. I hold a lot of grudges. Some of them are even mine. It takes very little for this to be activated, and nobody has tried to turn it off recently. But if someone were to hurt me the way I've seen people around me get hurt, would I want them on the attack? I'm not sure that I would. I think I'm proud of my restraint and calm. I am also proud of the loyal and fierce and somewhat destructive side of me. I like both of these things that I do. And if I must have anger in my life, better to rent it out than to live in it. Now we're going to an old one. In 1867, when Candy Cummings of the Brooklyn Excelsiors threw the first curveball, there was such a moral panic in the baseball watchers of New England that would make Cotton and Increase Mather preach caution instead of hellfire. This unruly man had introduced trickery into the pastoral poem of the nation's young pastime. People driven by passion would barnstorm just behind the Brooklyn Nine, determined to heckle Cummings out of the game and into infamy. One or two carrying a hatchet, an imitation of Carrie Nation and her much different crusade for moral purity. But they had paid a ticket for their right to heckle, and their burning hatred for the unsporting deceptions of Candy Cummings filled seats and coffers that would otherwise be vacant. And though he later donned the Hartford Dark Blues and the Cincinnati Reds, the curveball was too effective a tactic to ever become a question of chivalry. This is how the future happens. Without your consent, you may rage and throw your shoe at the first songbird, telling the world how great it is to be a songbird at 4:30 in the morning. But you missed. And now you're up and barefoot, and your heart is pressing against your chest like it's looking for the door. You might as well stay up. The sun might as well join you. You can't stop the world from throwing curveballs. You can only hit it right back up the 5-hole until it has to try something else. You know, I like to get a little history into things. So I'm going to do another old one where I do that. Boom. Suppose. Is it a trick? It's not a trick. It's funny. It's not deceptive at all. Mumble, mumble, transition. Browning and Tennyson sit side by side, both discomfited by the bearded man who smells like clay. And the three of them here in New Jersey, of all places, at the bidding of a tyrannical man who says he can keep music in a cage. It's not that Browning and Tennyson hate each other. Rather, they feel locked into a kind of staring contest. Neither can be the first to pay a compliment. They desire, though they cannot say so out loud, to be courted. They want their opinion to matter to the other and to undermine each other's pretense. They are bone certain that it's a pretense of being self-made. They don't know what to do with the bearded man to Browning's left. He has no title and no fortunate marriage. He has made a self for himself with an ease that has made you think you can make one too. The closest thing to art Thomas Edison made himself was a film of the electrocution of an elephant in the name of demonstrating alternating current. But it's due to him and his phonograph, and perhaps credit is also due to the martyred Topsy the elephant, that I can hear Robert Browning, Alfred Tennyson, Walt Whitman, and the tension in that room. I can hear Robert Frost, middle-class trickster god, reading two poems at the same time. I can hear moonlighting insurance executive Wallace Stevens linger over every word like he's triple checking. I can hear stentorian T.S. Eliot trying so hard as he ever tried, to hide the fact that he was born in St. Louis. It's incredibly easy to make a new self. Some people never stop doing it. It's harder to make one you're happy with. But is happiness actually the goal? Do you know what it looks like? What will you do with your happiness once you catch it? Will you feel better if I tell you that the great names of the past were thirsty and ashamed and running from their own voice, just like you? And for my cover poem, this has been kind of hard to get a new thing going, you know what I mean? I feel like I haven't produced much finished stuff this year. Letting you behind the curtain, letting you see my actual neurosis. I'm not always just this professional guy. Sometimes I'm just a mess. But you just keep going. You just keep doing it. So this is a poem kind of about that. It's called "For the Young Who Want to" by Marge Piercy. Talent is what they say you have after the novel is published and favorably reviewed. Beforehand, what you have is a tedious delusion, a hobby like knitting. Work is what you have done after the play is produced and the audience claps. Before that, friends keep asking, when are you planning to go out and get a job? Genius is what they know you had after the third volume of remarkable poems. Earlier, they accuse you of withdrawing. Ask, why don't you have a baby? Call you a bum. The reason people want MFAs, take workshops with fancy names when all you can really learn is a few techniques, typing instructions, and somebody else's mannerisms, is that every artist lacks a license to hang on the wall like your optician, your vet, proving you may be a clumsy sadist whose fillings fall into the stew, but you're certified a dentist. The real writer is one who really writes. Talent is an invention, like phlogiston after the fact of fire. Work is its own cure. You have to like it better than being loved. Okay, and other people were so kind to mention Temple Words. This Saturday, we get to hear from our fast food and classics correspondent, Chris Aziz, with Poison or Cure, It's All in the Dose. Can't wait to share the flyer with you on Instagram. It's another perplexing mix of statuary and Taco Bell. But if you know, you know. It's going to be a great workshop. It's going to be eye-opening in a lot of different ways. And this Wednesday, Tumbleworks is playing a road game where Findell's been kind enough to extend her platform to me, and I'm going to be doing a workshop called The Grand Ballroom of Literature. We did a test run of it in a Tumbleworks, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. So I'm happy to see it to new people, maybe some old people too. I mean, we've been doing this a while. We know people. But yeah, I'll drop the link in the YouTube comments real quick. It says tickets, but it's free. Don't be scared. Yeah, I think that's all the announcements I have. So we'll kick it back to Richie. Thank you all very much.
All right. Thank you, Kit. All right. I knew I'd let you transition there, swap us, so we didn't battle again for that. All right. Yeah, go check that out, guys. The Lord's always fun. I'm going to promote it a lot as well once we're getting ready to get start semester too at school. So that's things are going to get busy again. Not that they never weren't. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and visit our friend in Frankfurt, Germany, always playing the smoothest, most beautiful songs. So without further ado, it's Luis Gamberos joining us next on the mic. Yo, Luis, what's up, my friend? When you're ready, we will get you here on the mic.
Oh, forgot to mute. Hello.
Hey.
All right. Hello, everyone. I'm going to sing a song by Devendra Banhart and Joanna Sternberg. Whoops. Well, I'll see you tonight. Been waiting my whole life. I've had this dream inside of looking in your eyes. In this faraway place, we're just saying your name. Gets me drunk on distance, and every night feels the same. Now I'm longing for the world, the one I've never known, of that solstice of flowers that are rightfully yours. And I love you the way I want everyone to know how very much I love them, but never told them so. Your soul is where the light goes begging door to door, goes begging door to door, goes begging door to door. And every night I cannot sleep, I lie awake and pray. I will be with you, I will be with you, I will be with you someday. And when I drift into a dream, you're there each night and day. I will be with you, I will be with you, I will be with you someday. One day you'll see how your life was meant to share with me. I will be with you, I will be with you, I will be with you someday. I'm not one to play a game, and I'm not too proud to pray. I will be with you, I will be with you, meant to share with me. I will be with you, we'll start our lives new. I will be with you someday. Thank you very much. My name is Luis Gambitos. I have a couple releases on Spotify and Apple Music and all that crap that you can use to stream music, and Bandcamp, and I'm on Instagram and all other stuff, so you can check it out. But yeah, besides that, hey, Richie, thanks for hosting. Man, kid, as always, what's up? And everybody, hope you have a good night.
Oh man, bravo as always, great having you come in and share a few songs. And again, if you do follow Luis on Instagram, you get a little preview of the night's playlist. And it's kind of fun to like be ready for that. But as always, nice set. Go check him out online. I'll share some of the links right now in the chat in case you haven't had a chance to see them before. But we're going to go ahead and keep this moving along because we have a few performers left. I want to make sure they have the time to do their thing. We're going to go back to some jokes and poems from our friend in Washington, D.C. If you know, you know, it's time for Ed Poetastic. So Ed, welcome back. When you are ready, the stage is yours.
Thank you, my bro, like no other words like thunder. Hello, everyone. My name is Ed Potato. I'm feeling fantastic. Please give me the time so you can enjoy my rhyme for all you feel sublime. Come on, but cams up that little technical difficulties. Okay, good. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not part of the skit. But anyway, thank you so much for having me. My name is Ed Potato. I'm feeling fantastic. I got 15 jokes and 3 poems. Are you ready, kid?
Let's go.
That's good. Why can't you trust Scar?
Well, I would not trust Scar because I don't trust any sort of royal family member at all. And he's voiced by Jeremy Irons. But why would you not trust Scar?
Because he's be lying.
Oh. Be that way.
What do you call a pirate who skips school?
What do you call a pirate that skips school?
Yep.
I don't know. What would you call a pirate that skips school?
Captain Hooky. What should you say if Donald Duck throws a ball at you?
I don't know. What would you say if Donald Duck threw a ball at you?
Duck.
Oh.
What did Mickey Mouse say when Minnie Mouse asked if he was listening?
What did Mickey Mouse say when Minnie Mouse asked if he was listening? Well, that's a classic boyfriend trap question. So I don't know how Mickey's going to get out of this. What did he say?
I'm all ears. What takeaway does Lightning McQueen order?
What takeaway does Lightning McQueen order?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, he is a car, so he could just go to anyone he wants. No, but what does he order?
The chow mein.
All right.
What is Clarabelle's favorite party game?
Clarabelle. Which movie is she from?
The cow that's, I think that was Goofy's girlfriend. What?
All right, Clarabelle the cow. Okay, I kind of remember. All right, that's a deep cut. Good on you. Let's see. What is Clarabelle's favorite party game?
Musical chairs.
Ah. I see.
What is Tarzan's favorite Christmas carol?
Wow. So the apes celebrate Christmas too? Like they're like a little ape Jesus in a manger? Is
It
that
makes
what's
them go
going on?
bananas.
Ah, I suppose. Oh, what is Tarzan's favorite Christmas carol?
Jungle bells.
Oh, it hurts. Oh,
Like I said, it's coming for your funny bones. Why did Mickey Mouse cross the road?
I don't know. Why did Mickey Mouse cross the road?
He was going on a mini vacation.
Oh. Oh, she'll never find me here.
How did the Cheshire Cat become so wise?
Ah, the Cheshire Cat.
Yeah.
Ah, I don't know. How did she become so wise?
He always reads the meals.
Ah,
Meals? Meow.
right. Gotcha. Gotcha.
What does Daisy Duck say when she buys lipstick?
I don't know. What does Daisy Duck say when she buys lipstick?
Put it on my bill.
Oh, yeah, that's where it goes. That's
But oh, right, great. All right. What kind of shoes does Simba wear?
what kind of shoes does Simba wear?
Yeah, Simba wear.
Huh. Well, let's see. As the king in exile, I don't know. What shoes would Simba wear?
Hair Jordans. Like hair to the throne.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. You could also do that joke for Bugs,
Oh yeah.
but it'd be HARE Jordans.
Ah. Why did Dopey take a box of crowns with him into the bedroom?
Because he's an idiot. It's just a complete buffoon. Well, why did Dopey take those crowns into the bedroom?
Because Snow White asked him to draw the curtains.
Oh dear. There's some implications to that joke that you maybe hadn't considered.
What's a bee's favorite Disney movie?
What is a bee's favorite Disney movie?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there weren't any bees in A Bug's Life, so it can't be that. What is a bee's favorite Disney movie?
Beauty and the Bees.
Ah, I see.
What do the Monsters Inc. gang like to do in the winter?
I haven't actually seen that. What do the Monsters Inc. gang do in the winter?
Mike Wazowski.
Ah,
All
gotcha,
right.
gotcha.
All right. Let me see if I have one more. Let's see if I have a one more just for your funny bone. Why did the cookie go to see Doc McStuffins?
Why did the cookie go see Doc McStuffins?
Because it was feeling crummy.
Ah, poor little dude.
Oh, it's like, yeah, you know I was baking those jokes.
Right on. Take care.
Thank you, Kit. You are a smashing hit. All right, I got 3 poems. The first poem is called Inner Borders. Exactly. Blame borders for order. Blame walls for the unjust cause. It's like being in a sentimental box with no windows, doors, or locks. Do you feel the sadness and pain constantly going down our drains? I understand comfort and safety, but that's just a make-believe travesty. Have we not learned from history, which is not just our reality? Everyone wants freedom, away from the chaotic system. Everyone wants peace, away from the instant release. Everyone wants a fresh start, away from ignorance at heart. Everyone wants the same thing. Don't take away someone's wings. They might be killers or drug dealers, but some are healers and preachers. Freedom shouldn't be about race, with despair covering our face. Like ours said, tear down this wall, let it smash, crumble, and fall. This land is not yours or mine. Hope this open borders in your mind. All right, got another one. This is called You Are You. I was my girlfriend's dream, but inside I wanted to scream. I smiled, moped, and played my part, while the truth burned my sad heart. It's hard to walk in a black stream, to live inside someone else's dreams, to wear a mask bound in fake blend, while your own soul rests inside a trash bin. A platypus among the ducks, same pond, feathers, and luck. A bill and web feet, but not inside. A secret fire you can't hide. If you felt lost, confused, or small, listen, do you hear the call? You're not clay or made to mold. Be yourself, brave, fierce, and bold. Life has no script or a strict scheme. Don't shrink to fit another's dream. Don't forget the words or labels. You're the spark, the flame, and the fables. You are not a horse in a stall. You're not a robot or a teapot at all. You are the keeper, the master, and the flame. Now own your titles and name. You are the jackpot and the spark. You are the light that shines inside the dark. You are tall, but not confined. You're simply magnificent and divine. Thank you. And my third poem is called What Are Stories? And thank you so much. What are stories? A newfound glories, lines on top of lines, the weaving of signs, eyes glued to the pages, addicted to the stages. The sudden changes, the plot rearranges, the character struggles, the trouble tumbles, the villain is slain, the trials of pain, or maybe it's fear, the switch gears, the bumps in the night, sending us affright. It was all a curse, or much worse. It might be a dream of a Halloween theme. It could be a play going many ways, acting in roles to inspire the souls. Or is it sci-fi or a secret spy? Or a story of war? What are we fighting for? Bang, 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 boom goes the tank. Or a self-improvement book, fixing everywhere you look. Or it could be an exam prep, lessons you can't forget. Or maybe it's a diary, reading inner travesty. Or it could be fantasy, tales outside reality. Or a historical biography. Or great photography, a book for dummies. Or how to get easy money. No matter the story, it's in our history, giving us lessons for our sessions, really teaching us. Don't be oblivious. Don't be blind. Don't be blind. Don't be in vines. Follow the lines. Let life fly you away for a brighter dawn, for a new day. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Ed. And as always, where can the fine people watch and support you online?
The fine people to watch me and support me online while coming to this wonderful open mic to make some money like to the light in the wonderful but that's spotlight. And let's not forget our wonderful tone works that's on Saturday to help us work on our wordplay. Woo! All right. If you want to follow me, please feel free. My Facebook is Eddie Foreman. And Always remember that you're more important than you ever know. Don't stop your glow and never stop your flow. If you don't know, now you know. I love this show. And remember, life is not a contest, so keep on doing your absolute best. And life blessed.
All right, thank you, Ed. Appreciate it, man. As we say here in El Paso, a lot. Orale, man, orale. All right, hey, shout out to J Rez. J Rez is in the live chat. Wow, that's cool, man. Unique to see you here. J Rez performs in person a lot at our shows on Tuesday nights. He did a show this past Saturday at Rosewood. That was a whole lot of fun. I stopped in and caught like the very last part of it. I got invited to like a new tequila in town, had a debut event, so I got a cool all access VIP pass. Got to drink lots of tequila and see lots of cool people. It was fun. But afterwards I did enjoy going to San Antonio and saying hi to all my friends at Mona, Rosewood, and Brunette. But with that said, speaking of friends, we have one last performer. He's also been here pretty much since the first episode, and has come in from wild places. But right now it's Dan the Man. So Dan, when you're ready, go ahead and close out the night. When you are ready.
All right, thank you guys. Well, as you may know, let's just say it was a weekend around my mom's birthday, kind of. Well, well, as you may know, yeah, don't even, yeah, it always goes with sometimes with the flow, but it's kind of a weird weekend, if you know what I mean. But kind of one was joyful, but one was sad, but one was incredible, one was not good. Well, as a matter of fact, hold on a minute. Hello?
Yes, you're here.
Coming from inside the house.
Yeah, I know. It's I'm trying to adjust my camera right. Hold on.
It looks fine over here.
Okay.
You look so good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, okay. Well, on the day before my mom's birthday, I did a small filming and went to see Flyleaf. And I donated my plasma on the day before mom's birthday. But now, on the day of my mom's birthday, yeah, I went to church and celebrated my mom's 66th birthday on the day of my mom's birthday. But then things wired, thunderstorm hit on the west side on the day of my mom's birthday. A total blackout in my neighborhood on my mom's birthday. And sad news. Hollywood lost a celebrity. Hayden Panettiere passed away on the day of my mom's birthday. Well, we thought it was going to be a celebration. We thought it was going to be a nice one. Yeah, enjoying the music, enjoying my plasma, and having a grateful night. Then had celebrating the birthday, but then had a stormy night, and sadly, some sad news on the day of my mom's birthday. I'll never forget it. Now it's the day after my mom's birthday. Here I am for BWOMS, and lots has been going on. So, yeah. Yeah, thank you, Michael. Okay, well, with all the sadness last night, what we thought was going to be a happiness over the day and the weekend, But at least, let's try to shine some light on some of the simple sight. Okay, Richie, let's go ahead and call it a night.
All right. Thank you, Dan. Alrighty then. Again, I want to thank everyone who turned out today to share a little bit. I know doing this every single Monday, it's a lot. So I appreciate all you guys who come through, everyone who comes through to support and listen. And I know we're live on Monday nights, but from my understanding, a lot of people tune in when they can throughout the week. So I appreciate all you guys who do that as well. I've said this before, but I do have friends who tell me they tune in later in the week when they have a chance. Sometimes if they're driving to work, like listen to like a podcast or in that regard, even if they're just doing chores like doing the dishes or vacuuming. I personally will revisit sometimes if I'm like mowing the lawn. So it's cool. That is an option if in case you guys have never thought of it. Of course, you can find our YouTube channel. If you haven't done so at all, I encourage you guys to subscribe. And you can click a little bell to be notified whenever we go live. And of course, that's always on Mondays. I encourage you guys to check out our link tree. If you subscribe to our link tree, that is the best way to get notified whenever the new sign up sheet for the online mic goes out. For the most part, it's generally Sunday nights. This past Sunday was a little overwhelming for me. Personal life stuff, so I didn't really get into it till super late or early, depending on your point of view. Probably got it in like at 2 or 3 in the morning. I got to see who some of you night owls are or insomniacs, because some people signed up right away. I'm like, okay, cool. But anyway, my name's Rich. Hope to see you guys. If not next Monday online, hopefully we'll see you at one of our in-person events. Find our calendar, BWOMS.com/calendar. And you guys enjoy the rest